We are going to talk about the complete story of Hollywood Rock, one of the greatest, if not the greatest heel in the history of WWE. We'll discuss the origins of Hollywood Rock, everything in between, and his exit from WWE in mid 2003. So, where it all began. At SummerSlam 2002, Brock Lesnar defeated The Rock in an undisputed WWE Championship match, and thus he became the youngest WWE champion in the history of the company. At that point, fans were aware that The Rock was leaving again for Hollywood. After the show went off the air, The Rock took the microphone and was immediately displaying heelish tendencies. He tried to cut a promo, but the fans started booing him. The Rock then told the fans that no matter what, he would always be the people's champion. The Rock's tone was clearly heelish, and this was a huge hint that when he was going to return in WWE, he was going to be a heel. In early 2003, The Rock made his big WWE comeback from Hollywood. He was now donning a new avatar, new gear, and a new demeanor. Plus, he now had a Hollywood entrance theme. The Rock immediately kicked off a feud with Hulk Hogan on WWE SmackDown. The feud eventually led to a singles match between the two megastars at WWE No Way Out in Canada. This was a rematch from their classic WrestleMania 18 encounter. With Vince McMahon's help, The Rock managed to defeat Hulk Hogan this time around as well. The next night on WWE Raw, The Rock came out and cut what I consider to be the greatest heel promo in wrestling history. My all-time favorite heel promo in wrestling history. The Rock absolutely massacred the Toronto crowd that night. In that same promo, The Rock made it clear that there was a battle royal that very night and he was going to win it, and he was going to challenge Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 19. Unfortunately, The Rock couldn't win the battle royal. He was the last one to be eliminated by eventual winner Booker T. Booker T went on to lose to Triple H in a World Heavyweight title match at WrestleMania. But what happened to The Rock? The Rock then kicked off a mini feud with Hurricane, one of the biggest jobbers in WWE at the time. At the same time, The Rock was feuding with his arch rival Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Rock had one goal left in WWE. He wanted to defeat Stone Cold Steve Austin on the grandest stage of them all. He had lost to Austin in the main event of WrestleMania 15 and 17, and he wanted to win at least one match against Austin at WrestleMania. The Rock's mini feud with Hurricane gave us some of the funniest moments in the history of WWE. And it also gave us quite possibly the biggest upset in the history of WWE. The Hurricane defeated The Rock in a singles match with help from Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Rock then delivered an incredible segment where he took massive shots at the Sacramento crowd. A legendary segment now known as The Rock Live in Concert. At WrestleMania, The Rock defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin in the third classic between the two megastars. The Rock had finally pinned Austin and defeated him at the Show of Shows. This ended up being Austin's last match, but he did come back about 2 decades later to fight Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. As for The Rock, the very next night on Raw, he held a Rock Appreciation Night because he had defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin at Mania. By that time, fans were aware that Goldberg, former WCW World Heavyweight Champion, was about to arrive in WWE. Goldberg interrupted The Rock, delivered an insane spear to the People's Champion. This kicked off a feud between these two top stars, and it led to a singles match which headlined Backlash 2003. At Backlash, The Rock and Goldberg faced off with mixed reactions, and fans were kind of supporting both men during the entirety of the match. In the end, Goldberg defeated The Rock. The Rock did his job of putting over Goldberg, and now it was time for the Hollywood Rock character to leave WWE once again for Hollywood. Before leaving, the Hollywood Rock character turned babyface, and this is something that not many fans are aware of. On Raw, on an episode of Raw, The Rock was attacked by Chris Jericho and Christian. On an episode of Chris Jericho's highlight reel, out came Booker T, The Rock's former WWE rival, and made quick work of Chris Jericho and Christian. In the end, The Rock and Booker T stood tall in the ring, and this was the end of the Hollywood Rock character. Rock left WWE immediately, and he would come back a few months later on the road to WrestleMania 20 in early 2004. But this time around, the Hollywood Rock character was nowhere to be seen. The Rock had become a babyface once again. He helped Mick Foley fend off Randy Orton, Batista, and Ric Flair. Evolution. And this led to a handicap match at WrestleMania 20 in Madison Square Garden, where The Rock and Mick Foley lost to Evolution. Hollywood Rock was one of the greatest heels in WWE history. Unfortunately, his stint didn't last long thanks to Rock's hectic Hollywood schedule. But for that limited time, The Rock gave us some of the funniest moments in all of WWE. And the Hollywood Rock character will live on in fans' minds for years and years to come.